It totally wasn't most of the day.
And it totally wasn't essentially 22 hours.
And those 22 hours totally weren't from Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to prove anything to you. No. Anyway, hello.
Oh, hi guys, how you doing?
Yes, it is we three. We are here again.
We
We never
we
seem to
three.
introduce ourselves anymore, so we have a Donnie
Hi.
who is a master of charity streams and writer on TSSZ and sometime contributor to the Sonic Show.
Sometime.
Does his own Let's Plays that you can check out. His YouTube account is Sonic Sega Fan 1991, so you can
Yep.
go check him out.
The long version of the of SSF 921. Something that not many people know of. So
Yeah. The long version, which when the poor sod who uploads videos of this puts him down as an actor, has to write it out
um
and find it for every single video that he's in. So incidentally, you can go down into the information of the YouTube video if you're looking at that one and find them that way. Where you can also find Umayuri Papayera.
What?
You.
Nope.
Which
is that
yeah,
what it still is on YouTube?
that is Kat's account on YouTube where you can find little snippets
Oh,
and things.
you mean
and
the account
creative
that's
works.
currely labelled as D-Cross?
Yes,
Because
but it's the name of
I've-
D-Cross. Because
So it might be easier to just say D-Cross, since
yeah,
I don't
but it
appear
doesn't-
by
yes,
the
but
name you just showed me.
Yeah, but the actual
The actual account name I want
is
to
Umayuri
change.
Papayera.
But I am incapable of changing.
I know, because YouTube.
Without
but yeah,
placing
go
the
check that
entire
out.
account.
Cat's got some cool stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of original songs, vocalized pieces with some nice.
Utal.
Check them out. And then there's me. Hello.
Hello.
Moving on.
Hi.
There's so there's been a little while, and we've sat back and we've thought about it. We thought about it seriously over the course of the day, and totally weren't doing things like work or messing about or anything really that wasn't involved in the critical analysing of this cartoon. To which point I've just had to watch it again very, very quickly, the episode. So, starting with, who should we start with? Who would like to start with their favourite bits?
I really did love the part where Eggman was captured and Sonic was trying to convince him to let him rescue him, and Eggman was just didn't want any of it.
Okay, Donnie, what do you think?
Um,
Go on.
but like Eggman was definitely the highlight for me in this. Like,
Hey! Have a drink.
Yay! I definitely enjoyed how Eggman was in this, just solely basis on how he was interacting with everyone and how he didn't want to see his robots get trashed, and it's the only reason why he ended up like telling them the secret to how to disable Octopus Bot. And it was quite amusing to see how he really didn't want anything to do with this. He just wanted Dave's out of his hair at that point. And it's been a while since I've been able to say that Eggman was the highlight of an episode, because, well, it's been mostly Knuckles, so... But, yeah.
Kat,
Hmm?
what bits did you like about that episode?
I think I mentioned during the recording of the episode a lot. That at Dave's room is awesome. And I don't think I'm supposed to find it awesome because it's full of nerd stuff and it's in the basement. But somebody somebody deliberately put that Barker statue up there that looks exactly like the Phoenix Wright statue that you could get for
I wonder
Ace
how
Attorney
deliberate
5.
that positioning was. But,
Probably very, Kevin. Probably very.
there was a lot of detail in that, wasn't there?
There was.
Got a nice, good Dave-focused episode this time.
The quality of Dave.
Yep.
It was interesting because this one, remembering of course that continuity doesn't exist in the Sonic Boom cartoon canon, or there is no canon. For a show that doesn't have any continuity, this episode entirely relied on continuity, which was which is an interesting thing, and only I think Sonic Boom could do. It's like none of this matters from episode to episode. By the way, remember all of this. It's an interesting. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. You'll be tested on that man behind the curtain after this. We'll be having a pop quiz. It's yeah. It's an odd one, but no, we specifically had, you know, this is a deliberate follow-on from the episode where Eggman did take on Dave the Intern as his intern. So, I mean, because we had Eggman reference it, Dave referenced it, we've Saw the Eagle was back and he was referencing how, you know, everybody was down on Dave.
Dave gets no respect.
Yeah, that was part of it. Dave gets no respect. Dave being the stereotypical nerd living in his mother's basement. I think, as I said though in the show, it's like the actual audience that you're broadcasting this to will firstly highly sympathise with Dave, and secondly they're gonna go, hey, Dave lives in that basement. Wow, Dave's basement's really cool, and it was. And there was all sorts of little things around them. All those movie posters with the anime and sci-fi references, and I can't identify any of them, and it's really annoyed me. Although saying that, I thought for a minute one might have been a reference to the film The Third Man, but it's not. Yeah. So. There's one for Bill to answer, or any member of the team who's listening. What were the posters? What were the statues? What was everything? Basically,
Tell us about the things.
apart from the obvious AT-AT symbolism, for once we fail, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because we failed.
How did we fail?
Donnie, Donnie, fetch the songbook of apology and turn to page 23.
But how did we fail?
How did we fail? Because we didn't know this stuff. Donnie, stop singing. There's only
Well, I knew that. I pointed out that it was an ad during the episode.
We're sorry, so sorry. Please forgive us, can't you see? I don't know.
We're not very smart and we are pretty dumb. We couldn't get this reference.
Kevin.
What a glorious... Because I was talking to you guys, obviously, before we started recording this. We are recording this, aren't we? Yes, we are.
Okay,
we are recording this. But as I was like skimming through, there was a couple of lovely bits that really made me laugh. One of them was, which I'm still laughing at now, it's just Dave going, oh, villainy. And him sort of bouncing on his feet a little bit from side to side, and just the cardboard helmet wobbling backwards and forwards, which was a lovely bit of animation, actually. That was great. Also, we should probably say Roger Craig Smith throughout that episode. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do we know actually who played Mrs. Dave's mother? Do we know?
People
Mrs.
were
Dave's
speculating that it might have been Amy's voice actor, Cindy Robertson.
You know what? Thinking about it, it probably was. More things for Bill to more things for Bill to confirm. It's almost like if only we had Bill like to hand, it would be so much easier. See previous
A Bill DA. There you go.
Yeah. Could we, like, press a button?
An eye Bill.
We could press a button like once an episode and go and like a bill intervention.
We mysteriously.
Yes.
A Bill intervention.
No, we press a button. We add him into the Skype call.
Mm.
He gets very confused.
Well, to be fair, we get confused on our own merits.
Yes, we do. We're quite confused.
Yes. We confuse ourselves. I don't really know how we've managed to pull it off, but we do.
Well, I know how I'm confusing myself. The question is how everybody else is confusing themselves.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Um,
We've got so that was it. The whole thing with that helmet was wonderful. Just like I said, just the detail of it, the fact that it was all cut out wonky, and that he'd made the mistake, and you can tell that he was using like a craft knife or something, like a Stanley knife, and then he's doing it, and then suddenly done the thing that anyone who's ever used a Stanley knife has done when they're cutting some material, which is like, oh, I've done it, and then go, and it's completely, gone through everything. That one side with the humongous gash in it with a couple of bits of tape to keep it together. It's just lovely little details about that. But the other thing was that we didn't really notice before, and that I brought up, was when Dave was doing the very rubbish attempts at duplicating powers. Oh, a freeze ray, which is a block of ice and a fan, a desk fan. Oh, my freeze ray. When he tried to basically use the torturing and killing ants theory with the magnifying glass, and they set off and doing their little dance motions, we learned some interesting things about the characters.
yes, we do.
We learned that in this series, Sonic can't dance.
Sonic can't dance.
Nope.
He's basically just trying to do something based on running.
At least he can't. Are you saying that was Sonic doing the Running Man? Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
No. No.
Well, then.
No, he wasn't. Surely he wasn't. No.
No,
Or
I
was
mean I
he?
can't have. No, I mean I can't have been saying that because I have no idea what you're talking about. Is this not a case of Kevin is older than me?
Thank you.
Well,
I've now got to double check this to make sure that he wasn't doing the Running Man. If he was, awesome hidden highlights. If he wasn't, Sonic can't dance for crap.
Sonic can't dance for crap.
Right.
That's the answer.
Right. So actually, Sonic's doing some sort of very weird version of a Cossack dance. Styx isn't there at all.
There is no Sticks.
Amy's
We don't know what Amy's doing.
Amy is doing a specific thing. She's like doing a one hot twist. Amy's doing some sort of variation of the twist.
We can't see Tails, but we know that Tails is not doing anything.
Knuckles is doing disco.
Knuckles is being wonderful the entire
Knuckles is
shot.
doing like Staying Alive.
Knuckles is being wonderful the entire shot because did you see his look of glee?
Oh yeah, and then
everybody's look of glee.
Just going back again now. I'm now convinced they are doing all specific dance moves.
And then there's just Tails.
Okay. I think it's entirely possible Tails was supposed to be doing the robot. He is doing the robot, but unfortunately, the robot he just appears to be doing is the robot from Lost in Space. Because if you look at it, his arms just going up in the air. He may as well be going, "Danger, danger, Will Robinson." It really is just terrible. So Sonic can't dance at all. Amy surprisingly has no rhythm whatsoever. I don't know what happened to Tails. I really don't.
Tails just had a moment of peace.
I think Tails is in an exoskeleton that Knuckles programmed to sort of actually generate moves like that. And then you've got Knuckles, who is just the dance master. And not only that, he was kind of in the right area with the music. Same sort of era. You know, it's. But yeah,
he's in as right as place as he needs to be.
When it comes to dancing,
Knuckles is the man.
Yeah, but when it comes to dancing, this is not the village people honest. When it comes to that, Knuckles is the man, and Sonic, just stick in your hammock next time, mate. You haven't got. You're the fastest thing alive, but rhythm you have not.
This is unusual. It's unusual for Sonic to not be able to dance.
Just consider the words of Johnny Cash. Get rhythm when you get the blues. And you are blue. So, for the love of God, get rhythm. Now.
But he ain't got rhythm.
I know. That is his task. We cannot have a season 2 unless you go get rhythm, Sonic. Okay.
But he ain't got rhythm, and then 2-minute drum solo and choose.
It'll turn out that it's the Drumbot 5000 that Tails has invented. Or it'll turn out that it's like Cubot or somebody who looks like a natural drummer and has some kind of scrap of cloth around his head and a bandana.
Are we going back to that band thing?
No, not yet. Although I would love to see in that episode, Eggman backed up by Orbot on guitar and drummer Cubot. That would be great. Battle of the boy bands.
Eggman would be the best member of a boy band, clearly.
Absolutely.
You can do it, Eggman. We believe in you.
Oh my.
Don't you believe in it?
Do it for Eggman.
Do it for Eggman. Do it for all his wondrousness.
Do it for Eggman.
And actually, yes, Kat, I agree that when Knuckles looks up at the ceiling and the lights on it, the look of glee and happiness on his face is quite something.
It's childlike wonder that they have every time that Dave causes a miracle. That's what we're going to call Dave's failures, miracles.
Pretty much.
There is an interesting. Hang on, I think I've just spotted something. I've got going in the background. Well, we know that he's got a model of Tails' plane, which is curious. I think
he's got Froglodotes.
it could be
Something
Froglodytes. On the right-hand side, I believe, is directly behind Eggman, so you can't really see it well. Apart from on certain shots when Eggman's just leaning over in a certain way. On the right hand side, I believe, is a model of the electronic character.
Oh yeah.
And there's on the left hand side is a Crabbot.
The weird guy that looks.
Yeah, the guy whose name we can never remember.
The guy whose name we can never remember, but who. The robot from the games who looks like Ben from Treasure Planet.
There's a Crabbot on the left.
Do you mean?
I'm pretty certain. Did the alligator Lilo, or what it appeared to be, did that appear in the episode as well? I'm guessing. Also, I felt very sad for Octopus Bot actually. Although, with it being on its side, it's the first time I've noticed that Octopus Bot does have a beak.
Well, never really thought about that.
Octopi have beaks. And it does indeed have a beak. So, nice design. Nice design reference there.
Well...
What did we think about Eggman? Because Eggman's position was more sort of... Eggman had his own path in the episode, really, wasn't he? Because he sort of tried to help Dave, but then he was captured and he was let down by Sonic.
Pretty much. Like, Eggman did have his own little subplot there. And it never really did get resolved all that much.
He also had his own particular gripe about printers and ink costs. It's a mysterious thing.
That does sound like the gripe of a writer who's had to print out a script a number of times. Actually. We didn't.
Yep.
Who did write it? We never actually looked. For once, we didn't look.
We're terrible people.
This is all out of order anyway.
Look that.
Oh, would you like to hazard a guess who wrote it?
It was Alan, wasn't it?
No.
Mm.
If it's not Denton and Han, you know, cartoon lawyers to the industry, Denton and Han. If it's not Denton and Han, who is it?
Greg Hahn?
What? So if it's not Denton and Han, it's Greg Han. According to you. I'm trying to figure this out. Are you 50% wrong or are you 200% wrong? I honestly don't know. Well, we hadn't had an episode from them for at least one episode, so...
Oh.
Oh, is it the one that wrote the Wolfie episodes?
I'm going to stick with this. Who's the other writer who keeps coming up?
The Batman one?
That narrows it down to most of the writers, Donnie. He's very memorable. Apparently not.
So sorry.
Was it the
You're
guy we couldn't
breaking their
pronounce?
heart.
Was it the guy we couldn't pronounce the name for?
No!
Oh God! Do I have to go look it up?
In fairness, Donnie is very tired, and Donnie's been doing a lot of things. Cat. Do you remember the other writer, Cat? The one who we had several episodes in a row from, and we were like, oh god, is it him again? Look, do either of you remember Sonic Boom? Alright? It's this series. We've been doing it for a while, okay? We're doing these commentaries for a while. It involves this hedgehog.
Kevin, let's just end. Let's just end. We're sorry, Reid. We're sorry.
We should find the writer.
We apologise.
Donnie, she just said his name, alright?
You just said his name. Yes. Very neutral. I like heads. I think I'm going to use it in the future. Oh my god. Okay, we're fine.
I think we're just like what?
It rhymes with Reid Harrison.
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Have we done that?
You know what?
Donnie, like, comment, subscribe. We're sorry.
Subscribe.
We've killed it. It's dead.
Like, comment, subscribe, buy me some kind of alcoholic beverage. And we'll see you next week, where these two will remember something about the series they've been watching for the past however long it's been. I'll be here looking at the ceiling and wondering what in the name of all that's holy I deserve did to deserve this.
I can't breathe.
Good night.